Before you chase after the world's approval, before you seek to conquer lands, people, or fame, there's something far greater that waits within you. Something often overlooked because it demands the most relentless and honest battle of all. The battle with yourself. People look outside for validation, for power, for control. But real mastery doesn't begin in the world out there. It starts quietly, deeply, within the corners of your own mind, your spirit, your very being. If you cannot hold your ground inside, how do you expect to stand firm against the storms of life? The truth is, the world is no bigger or tougher than the fortress you build in your own heart. So, before you stretch your hands out to grasp the world, make sure you have first gripped yourself. When you look at the great warriors, the leaders, the legends throughout history, you notice something profound. They never rushed to conquer the world without first conquering their own fears, doubts, and distractions. They understood that a sword, no matter how sharp, is useless in unsteady hands. The same goes for your mind and spirit. Your inner world shapes your outer world. Master your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and suddenly the chaos around you starts to bend to your will. But this mastery isn't a one-time victory. It's a lifelong commitment to knowing yourself deeply, honestly, without flinching. And that commitment? That is where true power is born. You see, the world outside is a reflection of the battle inside. When you lose control of your inner world, when fear whispers lies, when doubt shakes your confidence, when comfort seduces you into complacency, the world will crush you under its weight. But when you hold your mind like a steel blade, unshaken by external forces, you begin to move through life with a calm strength few possess. This strength doesn't shout or demand policy. It flows silently like a river, persistent and unstoppable. The moment you master yourself, you no longer react to the world. You respond with intention. You don't follow the crowd. You lead your own way. And that, my friend, is the beginning of mastering the world itself. Mastering yourself is not about achieving perfection or becoming something you're not. It's about facing every part of yourself, the shadows as well as the light, with unwavering honesty. When you learn to sit with your weaknesses, your fears, and your anger without running away, you begin to understand their nature. They lose their power over you. This is the secret many never learn. Mastery isn't control by force. It's control by understanding. When you comprehend the roots of your restlessness, the triggers of your doubt, and the lies your mind tells you in moments of weakness, you stop being their prisoner. You become their master. And that mastery sets you free. Not just in your mind, but in every action you take. Think of your mind like a battlefield. It's filled with noise, distractions, temptations, and false desires. If you rush into battle without strategy, you will be overwhelmed and defeated. But if you learn to quiet the noise, to focus your energy on what truly matters, you create space for clarity. Clarity in your purpose, clarity in your decisions, clarity in your will. This clarity doesn't come from forcing yourself into submission. It comes from discipline born out of respect for yourself. And discipline is not a punishment, it is a declaration, an agreement with yourself to stay true even when the world pulls you away. Without this discipline, you will chase illusions and burn your strength on empty battles. And here's a truth many overlook. The greatest enemy you will ever face is not out there in the world. It lives inside you. It is the part of you that whispers, "I'm not enough. I can't. Maybe tomorrow." This enemy is subtle and relentless. It disguises itself as comfort, fear, and procrastination. To defeat it, you don't need more strength outside. You need to stare it down, face it without flinching, and keep moving forward anyway. The warrior who knows this doesn't wait for fear to disappear before acting. He acts despite it. This is the true meaning of courage. Not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. When you master yourself, you begin to see the world differently, not as a place to be conquered by force, but as a landscape to navigate with wisdom and patience. This is the essence of true strength. It's not loud or aggressive. It's quiet, precise, and intentional. You stop reacting to every disturbance, every challenge, every criticism. Instead, you respond from a place of balance, from a place where your inner peace is unshakable. The storms around you may rage, but inside, you hold a calm that no external force can break. This is what it means to be truly powerful. Power that bends the world isn't the power that shouts. It's the power that commands with silence. Understand this. Mastery of self is a journey without a final destination. There is no summit you reach and then rest forever. Each day, each moment offers a new battle to fight, not against others, but within. And that battle demands your full attention, your full presence. When you slip, when you falter, don't despair, stand back up. This is the path of the warrior spirit. It's a cycle of falling and rising, losing and winning, breaking and becoming stronger. Those who seek to master the world without first mastering themselves are like ships without rudders, lost in the stormy sea. But those who cultivate their inner strength become like mountains, unyielding and eternal. You will find that the more you master yourself, the more freedom you gain. Freedom from fear, from doubt, from the need for approval. Freedom from distractions that pull you away from your true path. This freedom is not given by the world. It is earned in the silence of your own discipline, in the sacrifices you make when no one is watching. It is forged in the moments when you choose the harder path, when you say no to comfort and yes to growth. The world outside will test you endlessly, but when your inner fortress is strong, those tests become opportunities. Opportunities to demonstrate the strengths you have cultivated within. There is a profound power in patience. Patience with yourself, patience with the process. Many want quick victories, instant recognition, or overnight transformation. But mastery is not a race. It is a lifelong dance with your own limitations and potential. The mind that rushes ahead recklessly only stumbles. The warrior who moves deliberately with awareness of every step builds a foundation that cannot be shaken. You must learn to embrace the slow, steady grind of self-mastery. This means waking up every day with the intention to be better than yesterday. Not perfect, but better. It means confronting your weaknesses without shame and your failures without surrender. Over time, these small acts of persistence carve out an unbreakable spirit. You may ask, how do I begin this journey? Where do I even start when the battles inside seem so overwhelming? The answer is simple, yet profound. Start with awareness. Begin by watching your thoughts without judgment. Notice where your mind wanders, where your heart hesitates. Awareness is the first step toward control. When you become aware of your inner chaos, you create the space to change it. Like a sharp blade that needs honing, your mind needs constant sharpening through mindfulness and reflection. Without awareness, you are blind in your own battlefield, vulnerable to the attacks of your own doubts and fears. But with awareness, you gain the power to choose your next move. Remember, mastery of self is not about denying your emotions or suppressing your humanity. It's about understanding them deeply and channeling them into strength rather than weakness. The storm of anger can be a destructive force, or it can be the fire that forges your will. Fear can paralyze, or it can be the signal that alerts you to grow beyond your limits. Joy and peace are not just rewards for success, they are companions on the journey. Reminders that balance is key. When you master yourself, you hold the reins of your emotional world, guiding it rather than being tossed by it. This balance is what turns a person from a wanderer into a warrior. The world outside will always present distractions, temptations that promise ease and comfort at the cost of your growth. But mastery requires sacrifice. It asks you to choose the difficult path, the path that tests your resolve. This might mean saying no to immediate pleasures in order to build lasting strength. It might mean standing alone when the crowd goes the other way, or facing criticism without losing your center. These moments are the true tests of your mastery. They reveal whether your commitment is real or just a fleeting desire. When you choose discipline over comfort, you claim your power. You become the captain of your fate rather than a passenger drifting in the winds of circumstance. Don't fool yourself into thinking that mastering yourself is about rigid control or denial of your humanity. It is, instead, about freedom. The freedom to act with clarity, the freedom to remain calm in chaos, the freedom to be your true self without apology. When you reach this state, the world no longer controls you through fear or desire. Instead, you control your reactions, your decisions, your destiny. This is not arrogance, it is humility born from deep understanding. True mastery is knowing your limits, respecting them, and then quietly pushing beyond them. It is a balance of strength and grace, of action and patience. The path to mastering yourself is never easy, and it is often lonely, but it is the only path that leads to true greatness. Every moment you invest in understanding your mind, in calming your spirit, in sharpening your will, you build a foundation that no external force can shake. When you stand strong within, you face the world without fear because you know that no matter what comes, you have already conquered the most difficult opponent, the one inside your own heart. This is the warrior's secret, the timeless truth that no one can take from you. Master yourself first, and the world will follow. When you embark on this journey of self-mastery, you quickly realize that the battles you fight are often invisible to others. No one sees the long nights wrestling with doubt, the moments you push past exhaustion, or the silent refusal to give in to despair. Yet these unseen battles are the foundation of every visible victory. Strength forged in private becomes unstoppable in public. People admire the results, the calm in your voice, the confidence in your step, the clarity in your decisions, but they rarely see the quiet discipline that created it. This is why mastery is a humble art. It does not crave attention or applause. It simply grows, quietly and relentlessly, beneath the surface. Mastery is also about adaptability. The world changes constantly, throwing new challenges and unexpected obstacles in your path. If you cling rigidly to old habits, old beliefs, or outdated strategies, you will break under pressure. But when you master yourself, you become like water, flexible, flowing, able to find a way around any obstacle. This flexibility comes from deep confidence in your inner strength. You don't fear change, because you know your foundation is not in external conditions, but in your own unwavering discipline and awareness. This is the true essence of mastery, not rigid control, but fluid power. You must also understand that self-mastery is not a solo pursuit. It requires the courage to seek truth wherever it lives, whether in books, in mentors, or in the honest reflections of friends and critics. Sometimes the hardest part is hearing the things you don't want to hear about yourself. But these uncomfortable truths are the sharp stones that grind your rough edges into a polished blade. The warrior does not shy away from reflection or correction. He embraces it, knowing that every insight gained is a step closer to freedom. Master yourself with humility and openness, and you will grow beyond your wildest expectations. True mastery demands patience, but it also demands action. It's not enough to understand yourself. You must act on that understanding. Every choice you make, every habit you build, either strengthens your mastery or weakens it. This means committing to a daily practice, whether it's discipline in your thoughts, control over your emotions, or persistence in your efforts. Small, consistent actions accumulate over time into an unstoppable force. Don't underestimate the power of the seemingly insignificant. The warrior does not wait for perfect conditions or grand opportunities. He uses what he has, where he is, and keeps moving forward. This relentless forward motion is what shapes character and creates destiny. There will be times when the weight of your own expectations feels unbearable, when the inner voice screams that you're not enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. These are the moments that define mastery. It's easy to be strong when everything goes well. The true test is standing firm when everything inside you wants to give up. Remember, pain and struggle are not enemies, they are teachers. They carve away the unnecessary, reveal your true core, and build resilience. The master embraces hardship as a necessary path, knowing that each trial is an opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more grounded. And in those moments of trial, do not seek to escape or distract yourself with comforts that only dull your edge. Instead, meet the challenge head-on with calm and focus. The path of mastery is not a path of ease. It is a path of relentless honesty with yourself. It asks that you strip away excuses, illusions, and distractions until only the truth remains, that your greatest opponent and your greatest ally is the person you see in the mirror. To master the world outside, you must first stand victorious in the world inside. As you deepen your mastery over yourself, you begin to notice a shift, not just in how you see yourself, but in how the world responds to you. This is not magic or luck. It is the natural result of inner alignment. When your mind is clear, your intentions strong, and your actions deliberate, people sense it. They feel your presence. You don't need to shout or prove anything because your energy speaks for itself. This presence commands respect, not because of force, but because of authenticity. The world is drawn to those who are true to themselves, who walk their path without hesitation. And this authenticity can only come from mastery of the self. But beware the trap of pride. Mastery is not a destination where you can rest on your laurels. It is a constant journey of humility, learning, and growth. The moment you believe you have arrived, you begin to fall. True masters understand that their strength lies in their willingness to remain students of life, of their own nature, and of the ever-changing world around them. This mindset keeps you sharp, adaptable, and ready for whatever challenge comes next. It reminds you that mastery is less about control and more about harmony. Harmony within yourself and with the forces around you. And so, the greatest lesson of mastering yourself before mastering the world is this: power without wisdom is chaos, and wisdom without power is impotent. To truly influence the world, you must balance the two inside you. Cultivate your strength, sharpen your mind, and deepen your understanding. Build a fortress within, so strong that no external storm can shake it. From this place of inner mastery, you step into the world not as a conqueror seeking to dominate, but as a force of calm, steady influence, a presence that changes everything simply by being who you are. Master yourself in your thoughts first, because the mind is the birthplace of all action. If your thoughts are scattered, fearful, or uncertain, your actions will be the same. But when you discipline your mind to focus, to see clearly through the fog of distraction and doubt, your every step gains power. You learn to anticipate, to plan, and to act with precision. This clarity transforms chaos into order, hesitation into decisive movement. The world outside will test your mind relentlessly, but a master's mind is like a well-tempered blade, sharp, flexible, and ready for any challenge. But mastery is not just mental. It is also physical and emotional. Your body is your vessel. Without strength and discipline there, your mind's mastery is hollow. Cultivate habits that build endurance, resilience, and health. Respect your body as the temple of your spirit. In the same way, learn to master your emotions, neither suppressing them nor being ruled by them. Feel deeply but act wisely. When anger rises, do not lash out blindly. When fear creeps in, do not freeze. Instead, observe these feelings, understand their source, and choose your response. This balance of mind, body, and emotion is what creates a complete warrior. As you progress on this path, remember to embrace solitude. In solitude, you find the space to reflect, to listen to your true self beneath the noise of the world. The warrior's strength grows in moments of quiet reflection, just as much as in moments of action. Don't fear being alone with your thoughts. Welcome it as an opportunity to sharpen your spirit. It is in these silent moments that you discover your weaknesses and strengths, your true desires and fears. Solitude is not loneliness. It is the forge where mastery is crafted. You must understand that mastering yourself is a continuous process of breaking down old patterns and building new ones. The habits that once served you may no longer be enough. The beliefs you held on too tightly might be limiting your growth. Every day offers a choice, to cling to what is comfortable or to step into discomfort and evolve. Growth demands sacrifice, sacrificing ease for challenge. This is the mark of the true warrior spirit. The world rewards those who dare to push beyond their limits, but the first frontier is always within. Master this internal battlefield, and the external world will bow to your resolve. Know this: true mastery is not about control through force, but control through balance. When you master yourself, you learn when to act and when to wait, when to push forward and when to retreat. The greatest power lies in this balance, in knowing your moment and your measure. Acting too soon or too late leads to defeat. Acting without understanding leads to ruin. But when your mind, body, and spirit are in harmony, you move with the rhythm of life itself, flowing like water, steady and unstoppable. This is how you master the world, not by brute strength, but by becoming one with the flow of existence. And finally, remember that every setback, every failure, every mistake is a lesson on this path. Do not fear failure. Fear the refusal to learn from it. The warrior does not blame the world for his failures. Instead, he looks inward, seeking the truth hidden beneath the surface. What can I do better? What did I miss? How can I grow? This relentless pursuit of self-improvement, fueled by humility and honesty, is the heart of mastery. So embrace your struggles, learn from your defeats, and rise stronger every time. This is the way to master yourself, and through yourself, to master the world. There is a secret most never discover. The power to change your world lies not in external circumstances, but in the mastery of your inner landscape. When your mind is disciplined, your emotions balanced, and your spirit unyielding, no force outside can dictate your fate. You begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as tests. Opportunities to refine your strength and deepen your wisdom. The warrior knows that victory is not always in the outcome, but in the integrity of the fight. The courage to face oneself honestly, the resolve to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Mastering yourself means mastering your attention, the ability to focus deeply on what truly matters, without being pulled aside by every distraction or temptation. In a world filled with noise and chaos, this focus becomes your greatest weapon. It sharpens your awareness and hones your intuition. You begin to recognize which battles are worth fighting, and which are illusions meant to drain your energy. This clarity saves your strength for what truly moves you toward your goals, making your efforts powerful and purposeful. Without this mastery, you waste your energy chasing shadows and reacting to every disturbance. And remember, mastery is not about becoming someone different. It is about becoming fully who you are meant to be. It is peeling away the layers of doubt, fear, and distraction until your true self stands clear and strong. This true self is not fragile or weak. It is resilient and grounded, capable of facing any storm with calm confidence. When you master yourself in this way, you walk through the world with an unshakable presence, a presence that commands respect and invites trust. This is the beginning of true influence, the kind that changes not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Now, I want you to look deep within yourself and feel this truth in your bones. Mastering yourself is the greatest journey you will ever embark on. It is the fiercest battle and the most rewarding victory all at once. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when fear threatens to pull you under, when the weight of the world feels unbearable. But in those moments, remember this. You have within you an unbreakable spirit, a fire that no storm can extinguish. Every struggle you face, every setback you endure, is not a sign of failure, but a stepping stone to the greatness that awaits you. You are not here by accident. You have been given this life, this moment, this chance to rise above the noise and distraction, to carve your path with purpose and courage. It starts now. It starts with the decision to take ownership of your mind, your heart, your soul. It starts with the promise that you will stand firm even when the world tries to knock you down. Because when you master yourself, you unlock a power that no external force can ever take away. You become the calm in the chaos, the light in the darkness, the force that shapes your destiny rather than being shaped by it. So, rise. Rise with the unwavering resolve of a warrior who knows that the greatest conquest is within. Master yourself, and the world will bow before your strength, not because you sought to conquer it, but because you became unstoppable. This is your time. This is your path. Own it. Live it. Master yourself first, and everything else will follow.